I can see it. His back. Mallory's father. Hunched over a table, he fixatedly recounts the money he had just received. It's still not enough. Ghaghugu! The splashing of blood. Oomph! Oomph! His oomph, 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 oomph. With cold brutality, I sawed deep into his throat, judiciously severing both arteries. Why did the blood splatter sound like a fart noise? Within moments, his muffled gurgling grows silent as his color spills over his beloved money. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed! Was this Call of Duty? I turned my attention to deeper within the house, an area where none could be heard from. Down a set of stone steps, I enter a dimly lit basement. Oh no, that's where the Bagools live! The man from before. He towered over the limp figure of a lone girl. That girl was Mallory. I meant to toy with you before taking you back to the manor, but to think you'd faint upon hearing the news. Was it really that shocking, being betrayed by your beloved family? Tusk, you're different from the other girls, you know. No matter how much... This is uncomfortable. I don't like this. I don't like this. You never broke. How do you make it seem like this is comedy and a comedy fun time reading in a live stream? Hooray! So yeah, this is obviously really fucking sketch, so yeah, I'm gonna have to put some warnings before this part in the goddamn recap. Thanks, game. You are mine now. Mine and only mine. Let's pretend that he is talking about anything else. Oozing with sleaze. God damn it. The man's fingers... No. Something spikes and surging. Okay, so this guy deserves the Ghaghugu. This guy deserves the Ghaghugu. Something spikes and surges through me at the sight. Swish. Dashing forward, I trace a wide arc across the man's neck with my knife. But with unprecedented reflexes, the man manages to shield himself? Googa! Who the hell are you, ga? The man roars angrily as he clutches at his bleeding wrist. I step back as he lashes out violently with his uninjured left arm. It's shown here. Ducking under one of his wild swings, I slip around him low to the ground and slice into his calf, causing him to lose balance and sprawl onto all fours. The finishing blow. Homing in on the base of his neck, I let my blade descend. Down B. But, at the last moment, he thrashes out and plunges into his lower back instead. Ooh! Making use of his sheer size, the man rams me into a wall. He slams me against the ground and wraps his hands around my neck. Die! Lower back, left section. Arching my torso off the ground, I draw my right arm back as far as possible. Then I jam the fingers of my left hand deep into the wound on his wrist. Gulag! When his grip loosens, I muster all of my strength and strike him as hard as I can, right under where the knife is embedded in his back. Cloth. Twisting free of his weakened grasp, I kick out his injured leg. I use the leverage to wrap my arms around his neck and pull him into a guillotine choke. Oh, fuck, she's breaking out the wrestling moves. I hit him with a... got him in a moodle lock. After I hit him with a German suplex, and I put him in a calf crusher. And I finished him off with a 5-star frog splash. Cack-ack. In a desperate last-ditch effort, he tries to lift me into the air. but the closed guard I apply in conjunction with his calf injury makes it impossible for him to gain a footing. Ooh. Oog. Gafoo. See, I was wondering how you could make a really disturbing scene like this comedic, and the author did it for me. Eventually he falls silent and goes limp. I take the opportunity to wrench my knife out of his back, burying the tip into the base of his neck. Necessary. I pull free. His heavy body hits the ground with a dull thud. A deep breath. I rise from the ground. Mallory. I stumble over to her, only able to look on blankly at the state she had been reduced to. The abuse she had sustained was simply too cruel. This stubborn girl who always helped others with a dumb smile. What twisted world deemed she deserved such a fate? Little noise again. It really undercuts the mood. Droplets of blood began to drip from my face onto her closed eyelids. Ew. They trace a path down her cheeks, causing her to weakly open her eyes. Anime? A hoarse, broken voice. It was barely recognizable. Is that you? It's me. Anime. Yes? Anime. Mallory. Anime. Mallory. Anime! Our laughter echoes weakly through the dim underground room. Oh, ha ha ha. What a pleasant thing. Hoo-hoo. I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna rest a little more. Sorry. I'll watch over you. Pulling out a handkerchief, I wipe the blood from her face. This handkerchief, Mallory had made it for me out of the fabric of her dress. Is it going to be the mom's handkerchief that Triss had? Is this the deal? Is this the sisterhood of the traveling bloody handkerchief? Mallory had made it for me out of the fabric of her dress. According to her, it fit me because it was as blue as the boundless sky. It is. It's going to be that same handkerchief. So that's why anime is important. I bet you anime is Kalia and Triss's mother. See, I'm picking up. I'm picking up what's being put down here. Gently separating from her, I ease her figure to the ground. Thud. The sound of a footstep. I turn in place only to be met with a woman's paralyzed expression. Mallory's mother. She must have just returned home. With a shriek of terror, she tries to flee. Wasn't her husband's... Wait, why is she in the basement? Why is she starting off in the basement? She didn't walk through the house and see her dead fucking throat-slashed husband and be like, well, I guess that was bound to happen. Time to go in the basement. Gotta do a little bit of laundry. And, oh no! The fat nobleman who was doing unspeakable crimes to my child. Ah, he's dead. Oh, never mind. She wants to leave. But my blade was already no longer in my hand. It lances deep into her thigh, tripping her and causing her to smash her head against the stone steps. Desperate to get away, the woman claws her way up the steps. I don't let her. Ghaghugu. I rip the knife out of her leg. Ah! She screams in pain and kicks out at me. Those were kicking noises. I back off and wait. When she begins crawling again, I let the knife fall on her vulnerable lower joints. Repeatedly, without pause. By the time she makes it to the floor above, her lower body is completely crippled. This is because she used VATS. Mallory's mother, lower body crippled. I step over her fallen figure, watching on as she rolls onto her back and raises her arms in surrender. Please, I didn't want it to come to this either. To her pleas for mercy, I say nothing. Instead, I grab one of her arms and slice into the tendon. Okay, so... why is she getting tortured? That's what I want to know. Because the bad father, he got a quick to the throat. I mean, fat, noble, bad guy, I'm fine with his being a little slower because, you know, he's a pretty bad guy. But her, she just came home like, I bought some eggs. Oh, fuck. Torture time. Mallory's mother wails in agony. She begs me with a face streaked with snot and tears. What do you want? Please, I'll tell you anything. What do you want? Answer me. Why did you take Mallory away from the orphanage? We needed the money to pay for her sister's medicine. You told Mallory her older sister's condition had stabilized. Wha? We lied to her. Her condition actually got worse. She couldn't even leave the hospital, but we couldn't afford it. So we... I see. So that's how it was. What are you going to do? I'm going to torture you to death. At some point you got to admire her honesty. No, please. But I swear to you, we did everything we could. With a cry of pain, her last functioning limb drops limply to her side. You didn't stop it. Her maimed figure resembled a marionette with its strings cut off. Mallory's father, did you see what I did to him? Grabbing her by the hair, I drag her helpless figure through the house. I think the writer of this story's got some problems. I recommend... Maybe you should, you know, talk to someone. Some things you need to work through. I highly recommend you do it. With her limbs disabled, she had no way to resist. The only thing she could do was sob wretchedly as her scalp stretched and tore under the force. Jesus Christ. Mallory's father was exactly where I left him. What did you do to him? Really? Leaving her to writhe on the floor below, I approached the table. I pulled his head back, exposing the gaping gullet and rolled back eyes. No. Dear. Not enough to say his name, he was going, Dear. Mallory's mother weeps in tear-choked heartbreak as her eyes fall upon the cavernous gash in her beloved's throat. It's a shame I couldn't take my time with him. I glide over to her trembling figure and bend down, bringing my face close to her face. But it's fine, I whisper flatly into her ear, because there's you. I turn to the kitchen cabinets, begin rummaging through their contents. Kitchens are full of things you can use to torture people, you know. That's what they were invented for. Duh. Mortar and pestle? It's ironic, isn't it? Kitchen shears, the heart of a home where people go to nourish their bodies. A glass cup. I serve you a fine last meal. This is ridiculous. With the routine air of someone preparing supper, I smash the glass cup and begin grinding the shards into a fine dust with the mortar and pestle. Oh, she's gonna make her eat broken glass. Please, you don't have to do this. Yeah, I mean, really, you don't. My preparations complete, I place the selected items down next to her. Again, this is a story where, not even 2 hours ago, the characters were having a fun game of capture the flag. And now, torture. I wonder, your neighbors should be used to hearing screams. Let's test it. Will anyone come? Mallory's mother shakes her head in warped denial as I press down on her with shears in hand. For example, a house from which screams erupted on a regular basis. If screams were to fill the air once more, why would anyone have any reason to care? Hysterical. Because this woman had stood by as her daughter cried out in vain, help would never come for her own dying screams. I place her pinky finger between the shears, squeeze down, chop. The tip comes flying off. Hick. My eyes take it all in. They lap up the freshly spilled blood, lick and devour it. It's so vibrant. Even the color of people like her. Something twists and clenches in me at the sound of her scream. And of course the cutting noise. It sounds like scissors, like cutting someone's hair. That's the noise it would make. That, if anything, is going to make the sound. Had Mallory screamed like this, locked in that dark basement all alone, unable to get away, forsaken, there's that word again, by the very one she trusted, with no hope of rescue or escape? Ooh, Hick, please stop. There's... Methodically working through her extremities, I switch to my knife and slice open her gut. Again, why are we slowing down this for torture? I reach into her abdomen and pull out her bowels. What is it fucking... This is Mortal Kombat. Like, this went from, like, legitimately disturbing a couple of minutes ago. Now it is just over the top. I show them to her. Hi. But she shuts her eyes to avoid beholding the sight. No, she should be dead. How futile. Grabbing her head, I slice off her eyelids and force her to bear witness to her own spilt innards. Yeah, no, she's dead. Definitely dead. I watch on as her eyeballs gyrate and roll in their sockets, repeating a cycle of fainting and awakening to the horror and pain. This is like fucking South Park levels of gore. Ooh. Ooh. Is she cutting somebody up or punching a watermelon? Next, I slice open the tissue supporting her jaw and smash her nose in with the pestle. You know what? She might feed her own brains at this point. I bring the mortar filled with glass dust to the woman's lips. Now drink. Her nose crushed, she had no choice but to continue breathing through her mouth, even as fine glass shards funneled down her throat. Cack. Calf. In response... What was that noise? In response to the foreign objects entering her lungs, her body automatically starts coughing. But that only causes the glass bits to burrow deeper into the delicate tissue. Blood begins to spew from her mouth as the glass tears her apart from the inside. Clack. Clag. Pouring the glass had been her death sentence. With this, she cannot be saved. Oh, because she could have been saved before, with all of her extremities chopped off, her eyelids cut off, her nose smashed in, her bowel, her literal intestines in your hands. She could have been saved before. No matter how agonizingly long it may take, Mallory's mother will die without fail. Ha, ha, ha. As I watch over the woman's death throes, my eyes catch on to something amidst her sprayed entrails. Oh good, red. That's how you know this was a gore scene. An organ that brings life into the world. Proof that one has given birth. A mother's womb. Oh no. Fire sparks through my veins as I look upon it. Ugh. Nope. 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 Not touching that one. No thanks. I'm all set. Why did I let her go? This game can go fuck itself now. Why... For all this time, I've been idle. Idle as Mallory suffered. Ha ha. Yeah, Mallory's mother was no longer breathing, but the ires consuming me did not lessen. It's not enough. This boundless hunger within me, no matter how much I gorge, I can never sate it. The world will kill and eat. Supporting myself against the wall, I unsteadily rise to my feet. The world will kill and eat. This scene I had painted in my wrath. It's so full of color. I've always been told. Flowers are beautiful. Flowers are full of color. It's true. When their petals have been spread all over the room like this, it's beautiful. After regaining my composure, I turn away from my handiwork. There was work to be done. Oil, rags, firewood. When everything is set up, I return to the basement with watering cloth. Mallory. Even when the marks on her body fade, will the scars upon her soul ever fully heal? I'll erase it all. Taking Mallory upon my back, I light the house on fire. As we leave the accursed place behind, I resolve upon something in my heart. This innocent girl who's only ever helped others with a dumb smile. I won't let anyone hurt her anymore. Even if the world becomes my enemy, I will stay by her side and protect her. That I swear.